Hi guys, so yes, last night we had WWE Backlash in Puerto Rico, the shining star of the Caribbean. And considering the show had not a lot of hype going in, I think a lot of fans were just like, yeah, fair enough. I mean, the card looks okay, but a lot of the matches haven't had a lot of build. And yeah, I just don't care about this pay-per-view really. That's how a lot of fans felt. But despite the fact that it had a very much a filler pay-per-view vibe, for the most part, really good show. Yeah, big thumbs up from me. A few things, a few nitpicks here and there, but for the most part, I really enjoyed this show. The Puerto Rico crowd were amazing. One of the best live crowds I've seen in a long time. They were great. They were just popping and cheering and chanting and booing at everything. Such great crowd reaction, especially to the hometown heroes. Like, well, not hometown, but Puerto Ricans. Puerto Ricans, whatever. People, wrestlers from Puerto Rico, like Zelina Vega and Bad Bunny, they got massive pops. So yeah, I have 7 matches to talk about. I'll try and go as quickly as I can. But yeah, so good first match we had was Bianca Belair defending her Raw Women's Championship against Io Sky, and this was great. This was a really, really good 18-minute match. Fantastic. I mean, this was going to be great. Io Sky is a really, really good wrestler, and maybe she hasn't had probably the chance to properly show it with Damage Control, but we all know how good she is, especially back when she was in NXT and she was, former NXT Women's Champion. So she got a shot at Bianca, and despite the fact this match had hardly any build, it was great. Yeah, really, really good match. Bianca and Io put on a great match. The crowd were really hot for Io Sky. They were heavily cheering her and booing Bianca. Like, okay, I was expecting that. Bianca getting booed, but yeah, I loved the dynamic. So really great back and forth match. Like I said, lots of close pinfalls. It was so close. Io Sky more than held her own, but then towards the end, Damage Control came out. Bailey and Dakota, they tried to help Io, but Bianca fought them off. But then, thanks to that distraction, Io Sky tried to hit a moonsault, but Bianca dodged, and then Bianca hit the KOD on Io Sky to retain 1, 2, 3. And then Damage Control, at the end, looking annoyed. Maybe they are teasing the cracks in Damage Control. Maybe Io and Dakota are going to go their own way. But now, thanks to this win, Bianca Belair is now the longest reigning Raw Women's Champion of the modern era, or the longest reigning women's champion of the modern era, not just Raw and SmackDown. So congrats, Bianca Belair. Yes, she's now on 398 days, something like that. I can't have to double check. It's in the over a year now. So she's beaten Becky Lynch's title reign now from 2019, 2020. So congrats, Bianca Belair, the longest reigning women's champion of the modern era. That is quite an achievement. So congrats, Bianca Belair. And her reign continues. But I'd be down to see a rematch, though, because this was a great match. Maybe Io Sky gets a rematch. Maybe at Night of Champions. So maybe we'll see. We'll see. The next match we got was Seth Rollins and Omos. And, this match had hardly any hype going into it. Seth Rollins and fucking Omos. But the match was actually quite good. Omos had a good match. Well, I'm not going to lie, it was all Seth. Seth pretty much had to carry Omos through the match. But, that just shows how good of a wrestler Seth Rollins is, that he can carry and have a great match with almost anyone, And this was 10.5 minutes, and it was, I'm not going to lie, good match. Seth did oversell. He really made Omos look good. I think this is what Omos needs. He needs, he needs someone in there that can really oversell and work with him to have a good match. Because the match with Brock at Mania was this was a lot better. So Omos kind of dominated the beginning of the match. All those slams, and Seth just couldn't get any offense going. But then Seth eventually got going, and the crowd were really into like, oh, like all that and huge. And then Seth won with a massive curb stomp. I think he hit Omos with 2 curb stomps. Omos kicked out. I was like, he gets beat with 1 F5, but 2 curb stomps. No, he kicks out. Okay, but then even Seth's like, what do we do now? So he goes to the second rope and hits a jumping curb stomp on Omos. Boom! 1, 2, 3. No complaints. Great. It's another clean loss for Omos. They're trying to push this guy as a big, massive monster heel, well, not a monster heel, but, he's a 7'3" giant. He's almost the Nigerian giant. And, yeah, he can beat loads of jobbers and mid-carders on Raw, but the minute he faces the top guys in the company, like Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley, or Seth, he friggin' loses. Anyway, but it's a good win for Seth, and I think he's definitely going to be the favourite for the World Heavyweight Championship tournament. I think it's dead set. He's going to be in the final for the Saudi show. It's going to be him versus someone from SmackDown, because the final is going to be a Raw superstar, SmackDown superstar. So we'll see. I think it very well likely might be one of the Bloodline versus Seth at Saudi. But we'll get there in a few weeks' time. But yeah, good match, and who'd have thought Owens had a good match? But when you're in the ring with Seth Rollins, Seth can have a great match with anyone, so goes to show. Then the next few matches probably were the weak point of the night. So we got Austin Theory, Bobby Lashley, and Bronson Reed in a triple threat match. Austin Theory defending his United States Championship, and it was fun. It was a fun match, but it was just way too short. It only went 6 minutes and 50 seconds. What for a triple threat match? That is so short. This match, they could have given the guys at least 5-6 minutes longer. I've never seen a triple threat match go 6 minutes on a pay-per-view. That is so short. And poor Theory, Lashley, and Reed deserve more. I mean, the match was fun. All three men got time to shine. The crowd loved Bobby Lashley, but Bronson Reed showed his power as well. Austin Theory was sneaking in a few tricks. There were a few close falls. It was a fun match. It was just way too short. And then the finish. So the finish, Lashley hit a spear on Bronson Reed, about to go for the pin, but Theory threw Lashley out the ring and quickly pinned Bronson Reed. So another cheeky win for Austin Theory. When's he going to defend his US title clean? Cheeky win over John Cena at WrestleMania. Cheeky win here. I mean, can Theory just defend his US title clean? Then we'll take him more seriously. Yeah, so obviously Theory was going to retain, but just way too short in my opinion. It was a fun match. Just 6 minutes is way too short for a triple threat. This could have gone at least 4 or 5 minutes longer at least. But good match. Still a decent match. Then next up we got is a singles match. Yes, we got Rhea Ripley defending her Raw Women's Championship against Zelina Vega. And yeah, good match. The crowd loved Zelina Vega, of course, because she has Puerto Rican heritage. I think she's from Puerto Rico, I think. I'm not too great with the wrestlers' origins. But anyway, yeah, she came out with a big Puerto Rican flag costume. She was like welling up in the ring. Oh, you could tell it meant a lot to him. Fair enough, yeah, the crowd loved her. And the match was fine. Zelina Vega got a bit of offense here and there, but for the most part, Rhea just dominated. But Zelina did get a bit of offense. Yeah, Rhea did dominate most of the match, but then when Zelina did get a bit of offense, she hit a 619. She got a big pop and a diving meteora on Rhea for a near fall. But in the climax, Rhea just pinned Zelina with a riptide to retain the championship. And it just kind of came out of nowhere. She just riptide, done. And it was only 7 minutes. Poor 7 minutes. I mean, Rhea went from having a 20-minute classic with Charlotte at WrestleMania to a 7-minute match with Zelina Vega. I mean, I like Zelina Vega, but come on, 7 minutes. This could have gone a bit longer as well. That's my nitpick. This and the triple threat should have gone at least 5-6 minutes longer. But yeah, it was fine, but 7 minutes, that's way too short for a women's championship match, in my opinion. I mean, Bianca Belair and Io Sky was 11 minutes longer. Okay. Then we went on to maybe one of the matches of the night. Actually, when I look at this card, yeah, this was the match of the night. Either this or Bianca and Io. We got a San Juan street fight. Yes, we got Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. It was the longest match of the night at 25 minutes, and this match was crazy. It was nuts. I mean, street fights always are crazy, aren't they? Look at the WWE's history, but oh my god, so much happened in this match. So many run-ins at the end, and the crowd loved it. Obviously, Bad Bunny, massive music star, especially in the Puerto Rico scene. You know, I realised, I know Bad Bunny's been around for a while on WWE, but I didn't know how big he was. I checked Bad Bunny's Spotify. He's got 60 million monthly listeners. Oh, that's a lot. So yeah, and 2 of his tracks have over 1 billion hits. So I didn't realize how big Bad Bunny. I didn't realize Bad Bunny was that big, but yeah, he's very big superstar music-wise. But yeah, anyway, great match. So obviously with a street fight, they just had a brutal 25-minute war with a variety of weapons. They also went into the crowd for a bit. Damian Priest hit a really cool like broken arrow on Bad Bunny through an elevated surface, crashing through a table. That was great. He carried Bad Bunny to the ringside area. Then Damian Priest tried to hit a corkscrew spinning heel kick on Bad Bunny, but Bad Bunny dodged, resulting in Damian Priest's leg hitting the ring post and getting injured. And then Damian Priest was like, "Oh, my knee, Bad Bunny." And Bad Bunny started targeting Damian Priest's injured leg with a bunch of different weapons. That was great. The crowd were loving it. But then Dominic Mysterio and Finn Balor came out to try and help Damian Priest, and they started attacking Bad Bunny. I was like, here we go, come on, get the LWO out. But then I think the LWO did come out. But first, I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool. And fucking Carliso and the crowd pop. Like, I've never heard a pop that big at a smaller show. Oh my God. The crowd went nuts, because obviously Carliso, he's a great, who doesn't love Carliso? And yeah, he came in and attacked Balor and Dominic. And then Savio Vega came out. He was a WWE wrestler from Puerto Rico. And then LWO came out with Ray, Santos, Cruz, and Joaquin Wilde, and they all battered Balor and Dominic out the ring. It's just, they're meant to be the faces, and they're just battering the heels like 6-3. It didn't feel fair at all, but whatever. And then in the ring, after fighting a little bit more, Bad Bunny performed the Bunny Destroyer on Priest. 1, 2, 3. Great match. And then after the match, Bunny celebrated with the LWO, Carlito, and Vega. Yeah. Really, really good match. It was brutal. It was great. The crowd were into it. There were so many cool spots, so many weapon spots. Not only nitpicks that poor Damian Priest. He's been beat clean by a celebrity wrestler. I mean, yeah, okay, no, Bad Bunny can wrestle. He's great. Don't get me wrong. He's proven that now in this, and obviously his other matches. But I do feel a bit bad for Damian Priest, man. That he got beat. But it was a great match. I don't think he loses too much in defeat because, like I said, the crowd were so into it, and it was probably, in my opinion, either this was match of the night or Zelina Vega, the Io Sky and Bianca. But yeah, great match. And I don't think this is over. I think we're going to get more with LWO and Judgment Day, maybe heading into Night of Champions. We'll see. But that's titles, not just matches. Okay, anyway. The next up we got was a 6-man tag team match. Yes, we got the Bloodline, Solo, Jay, and Jimmy defending, going up against Matt Riddle, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn. Yeah, this was a fun 6-man tag team match. Good 22 minutes. I can't lie though, I was falling asleep by this point. I was very tired. I was watching a bit hot this match, like. So I was half asleep watching this match, and I was like trying to wake myself up. But from what I saw, it was good, But obviously these 6 men are very well matched. Great 3-on-3 six-man tag team match. And obviously they were teasing dissension with the Bloodlines. Solo's like teasing like if Jay and Jimmy don't win, boom, he's gonna batter them and get kicked them out of the Bloodlines. So they're teasing dissension there. It was a fun match. But then towards the end, Solo mistakenly caught Jay by his throat for the Samoan spike. But at a point, he was looking at Jay like that, like he was going to do it. I was like, oh my god! But then he didn't do it. And then Matt Riddle, who was unaware that Solo was the legal man, he hit a Bro Derek on Jay. But as he went for the pin, Solo hit the ring, hit the Samoan spike on Riddle. 1, 2, 3, and the Bloodline win. The Bloodline win, but they still show that there was a bit of tension there with Solo, Jay, and Jimmy, and where will that lead heading into SmackDown? Because Roman's back on SmackDown next week, so we'll see where that leads. Yeah, I think the Bloodline were going to win this. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have had several wins over the Usos now, so I feel like the Bloodline were going to win this to keep them looking a bit strong. So we'll see what happens now heading into SmackDown. Because, yeah, even though the Bloodline won at the end, Solo was looking at Jay and Jimmy like that. And Jay and Jimmy were looking at Solo like that. So, it's not all good there. Something's going to go down, I think, within the next few weeks. Either Roman's going to order Solo to kick Jay and Jimmy out the Bloodline. And that's when they tease the massive Bloodline dissension. We'll see the massive Bloodline breakup, which we know it is coming at some point this year. But yeah, good match, very good match. And then on to the main event. Yes, we got Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar. And okay, I'll get to the finish, but the match itself was fun. Seeing Cody Rhodes going up against Brock Lesnar was a lot of fun. You know, I've never seen these two wrestle before, and it was a fun match till the ending, which I'll get to. So yeah, Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar. Before the match began, though, Cody Rhodes attacked Brock Lesnar with a steel chair and steel steps, and he started beating up Brock before the match even began. Obviously, that's payback for the beatdown on Raw to WrestleMania. And then, but as both ended the ring, the match started. But then Brock began to get back in control, hitting a bunch of German suplexes. I think he hit like 6 or 7 on Cody. And then he hit an F5 for a near fall, I believe. Yeah, Cody kicked out with an F5. But then Cody got back in the match, so it was Rhodes pinned in the corner. Brock went for an attack, but Rhodes dodged and sent Lesnar into the exposed steel turnbuckle, which cut Brock right there, and he started really bleeding. And people are saying this wasn't planned. I think it was. I think Brock knew he was going to bleed, or edge. That's what they call it, edging, isn't it? Well, blading, right there. So I do think that was part of the plan. So yeah, Brock started bleeding heavily. And then Rhodes was able to capitalise. He hit a series of crosscutters, followed by 2 crossroads for a near fall. Brock kicked out. And he tried to hit a 3rd crossroads, but Brock countered into an F5 for a near fall, which I said earlier. And then in the final moments, Brock tried to hit a Kimura lock to finish it, but then Rhodes, leveraging Lesnar on the mat, 1, 2, 3. So thanks to a Kimura reversal pin, he won. I was like, oh, come on. So yeah, Cody beats Brock by pinfall. It's a win for Cody. He's got some momentum back after losing to Roman at WrestleMania. Fair enough. That was the whole point of this, to get some momentum back for Cody. But have him win clean. Have him hit 3 crossroads on Brock. Boom. Make it look definitive. Have him beat Brock clean. Don't have him have a cheeky, dirty counter pin from a Kimura. It just looked so cheeky. And then Cody was like, yeah, and just ran off to the back. Right? And Brock was just like, covered in blood. Now, I've heard the match only went 9.5 minutes, which, you know, Brock Lesnar doesn't have very long matches anymore, fair enough, but the match, I don't know, just felt, have Cody win clean, man. I wasn't a fan of that finish, but still, yeah, on the positive, it's a win for Cody, and yeah, it's a cheeky, smart way to beat Brock, fair enough, and maybe they didn't want Brock losing clean, because, you know, let's face it, apart from Roman, not many people beat Brock clean, so, yeah, fair enough. And maybe the match was cut short, because I did hear, because Brock was bleeding so excessively, the match was cut a bit short. Maybe it was going to go a bit longer. But still, it was a solid match for sure. But I just wasn't a fan of the finish. I think if Cody was going to win, which he obviously, I think most people thought he was going to win, to have him win clean, have him have a big clean win over Brock, that would have been great. But anyway, maybe this isn't over, because Brock was like this at the end, looking pissed off. Maybe there's going to be another match, but I don't see when, because Night of Champions, it's just going to be title matches, isn't it, I think? So I don't see how Cody and Brock are going to be in that. Maybe Cody and Brock will be in the heavyweight title tournament. We'll see, because it starts on Raw, doesn't it, tomorrow? So, yeah, guys. So that was a Backlash, and like I said, really, really good show. Everything was great. Everything was good to great, in my opinion. So, Bianca Belair, Io Sky, great match. I really want to see a rematch with Io and Bianca. Seth Rollins and Omos was actually quite good. Omos finally had a good match. Woo! Austin Theory, the triple threat match with the US title was good, but just too short. Rhea Ripley's Lena Vega, good, but just too short. Bad Buddy Damian Priest, crazy street fight, loved it. 6-man tag team match was fun. And Cody Rhodes and Brock was fine, just a disappointing finish. So, yeah, for the most part, Backlash was great. Considering this was very much a filler show, which a lot of people didn't care about, this was great. So, yeah, guys, thank you all for watching. I hope, what did you think of Backlash last night in Puerto Rico? Comment below, let me know. So, yeah, guys, the next pay-per-view, obviously, Night of Champions, which is only in a few weeks. Yeah, May the 27th, and we're going back to Saudi Arabia. So, I'm looking forward to that show. That's going to be, you know, all the titles are on the line. We're going to crown the new heavyweight champion. I'm sure Roman will be back defending his belt, I think, against either Lashley or AJ Styles. We'll see. Good match. So, yeah, guys, comment below, what did you think of Backlash? And I will see you all very soon. Bye, guys.